Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Avenger, and welcome back to the 40th episode, or I should say, welcome to the 40th episode of XCOM 2. My name is Mark Zero. Appreciate y'all bearing with me during the rocky update schedule. I am still getting used to the new job. We've been at this for 40 episodes blind, and I don't know how I've managed to avoid spoilers that entire time, but I have done it. And we are trying to wrap this thing up. We have a supply raid in New Chile, and we are detecting 11 enemies, and there's probably a 12th because we did let the Archon King, or Subject Alpha, get away in the last mission. But if he happens to rear his ugly, goofy, helmeted head in this mission, we're going to try to finish him off, hopefully. So, let's go ahead and go to the launch screen. I don't have a lot of witty dialogue here. This group is actually pretty much the same as the previous one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it certainly wasn't broke last time. I'm just checking to make sure that he's got the Shadow Keeper. So, the quick rundown. Trey Randall, Kevin Potter, Ryan Hrothgar, and Sam Winchester are all basically exactly the same as they were in the previous mission, so refer to that. The switch is Orochi Nishimura is our medic for this one, carrying a med kit and tracer rounds along with the plasma bolt caster. I did not put him in his goofy snake suit because Clorf is in the goofy snake suit and I only have one of them. And frankly, I like seeing Clorf look miserable in the goofy snake suit as opposed to Orochi looking nervous in the goofy snake suit. Sergeant Roman Caballero Castillo is going to come out on this one. He is loaded out with Stampede. He is in an exosuit, or rather a war suit, so he's got the blaster launcher to go along with the plasma blaster on Winchester. Standard grenade, frost grenade in case we encounter the subject. So, Menace 1-5, we have some more supplies to pick up in New Chile. Keep your eyes open for the priority target, and keep in mind, this is going to get rough. We are expecting a gatekeeper, codexes, heavy mechs, the works. You know what to do.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Okay, let's hit it.
We've got a lead on a disabled Advent train that was hit by resistance operatives working in this area. There's still the potential to recover valuable technology here, so we're moving to capture whatever we can. We'll need to secure the area and remove any hostile forces still defending the train if we're going to make this work.
Alright, listen, you beautiful people. We have supplies to pick up, so don't shoot them. We have a potential alien ruler king type person to fight, so keep your eyes peeled and, you know, keep your heads down because he does a lot of damage and he might tackle one of you and take you up into the air. And watch out for the big floating personality core. It does not like you. Let's do it.
Menace 1-5, coordinates of the Advent train are locked in. Move to secure. Eliminate all hostiles.
Alrighty, so just readjusting my chair real quick and bouncing around the map. Train looks like it's going to be this way. We might be able to take advantage of this high ground. Only one way to find out, really. Let's see. Orochi, I'm going to have you take the short move.
Rolling.
Good. I think you take Overwatch if you take all your movement, right? So let's put you into heavy cover.
Confirmed.
Yep. Okay. Clorf, you can actually run really far thanks to that snake suit. That's actually pretty dangerous because I could potentially reveal on a lot of different sides. Ryan Hrothgar, you're gonna pretty much stay where you are. I might move you, we'll see. Namebreaker. Oh wow, Orochi actually had the crappiest movement. Namebreaker, why don't you move over here?
That.
Clorf, why don't you move to here
Heading out.
and take a second Overwatch. Okay.
Overwatch.
Ryan Hrothgar, I'm gonna set you up in what will hopefully be prime sniping
On my
position,
way.
but I might be wrong. We'll find out. And just hunker it down.
It's covered.
You don't have to yell it. What the hell, man? Roman Castillo, on the other hand, can probably start pushing in the general direction of that train. Let's take the short move first.
Ya voy.
Alright, and let's try to get into cover and hope for the best. Clear. Okay, good. Montana, you're doing roughly the same idea. I might be able to get around, but I'm going to try to go
Moving
this
on target
way right
location.
now. Yeah. Built Ford tough. Why don't you head that way?
Roger. Cover. Got my eyes on it.
Okay. Finding that I kind of like Ever Vigilant. It's pretty useful. Because, like, in concealment, it just means you can move all over the map and not have to really worry about it. Okay, Namebreaker. Montana. We're going to leave Namebreaker where she is for the moment. I'm going to run you... Let's see, I can probably get to those points on the train without much issue. Let's try peeking around with Caballero since he can get into cover.
Confirmado. Tengo a la vista un pelotón
Okay.
enemigo.
Fairly standard squad. Can we pop them this turn? Hrothgar has no shot. I vote we're pretty much going to leave him alone then. Let's get into position for an Overwatch. Okay, we got two very good shots, but we are going to Overwatch that one. Orochi, I'm going to move you into a...
Okay.
I'm going to do my old, like, 1-2 move thing. There you go. Kind of a dangerous position for Orochi. Okay, second pod. Alright. So, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put down my red die with 6 pips. We're probably going to just try to ride this one out and then back off and engage. Hrothgar's got long-range shots. So I'm going to take a long-range Overwatch. At this point, we want pretty much everybody to move up and go on Overwatch because we could potentially pull.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Good. And Montana needs to get kind of close. So that actually looks like real good cover for you,
Double time.
considering. It's amazing you don't make enough noise to pull there. Caballero, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have so many Overwatches up, and I'm going to move you to a better position.
Me dirijo a la posición indicada.
Okay, hopefully they don't path into us. They're going to move closer, which I'm fine with, as long as they don't see us. They might move out of visual range. These guys are going to move up this way. Got it. Okay. We're going to have to double up on these pods. Orochi no longer has visual. So we've got like 100% on all these guys. Clorf. You're going to be flanking to this direction, I believe. That should give you shots on these guys. Yes, it does. We're going to take advantage of this high ground position. And we're basically going to try to murder 2 pods at once on Overwatches. I think that's going to be the plan. I definitely want a kill zone out of Hrothgar. So, Mr. Hrothgar, you are going to use up pretty much all of your bullets on this one.
Lockdown confirmed.
Okay. I want you on Overwatch because you take multiple shots. I want you on Overwatch because they're going to run that way. I'm going to hold the psychic moves. Let's see. If I throw the blaster bomb, will I destroy my wait. No, that was his suit. Okay. We want to do damage to multiple enemies here, so... Do I want to hold that? Do I want to... You know what, Mr. Winchester, you're going to be on cleanup duty here. Alright. So... The idea is... we are going to try to take down... these guys. Do I want to shoot that? Because that's going to reveal what's on the other side of the train. Don't mind me for waffling here. I'm just trying to make sure that I take the most effective use of this grenade possible. Feels like it's gonna be that square. Because grenades do damage to the full end of their radius. So, let's hit it.
Do, my son.
And here comes lots of shots. Yep, we are all revealed now. Here comes just everything. One kill. 2 kills.
Yes! You see that? Got something. That's it.
Alright, that sectoid's up top. These guys could be a problem. He's poisoned and took 12 damage. That's not going to be enough to kill him. Second sniper shot. Missed.
Negative damage.
Third sniper shot. Down. Okay. So we are left with 3 enemies.
Keep the score.
Not bad. We killed half of them. So, what do we got left? Montana and Namebreaker are the only 2 left with moves. I can Inspire, and that ends my turn. Insanity ends my turn, but I have a 100% chance on it. I could dominate a shield bearer again. That was pretty fun last time. And that would give Montana the necessary cojones to move up. Would that be a flank on that guy? Let's see. I can do stasis on 1 turn. So, but that's not really going to give me much, because I can only get visual of him. So, I am going to roll Insanity. I'm going to save my Dominate. We're going to roll Insanity on this guy and see how it works out.
Mentally unstable.
And he's mind controlled anyway, so good. Now that that's done with, Montana, I'm going to have you move up into a reasonably safe position.
Moving out.
And you've got a 74. Take it. And get off my train.
Hostiles pacified.
And I get a free action and a promotion. That free action is going to be an Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
He's poisoned, so that's going to lower his aim. He's no longer poisoned. What are you going to do? You're going to run out and get shot by Sam Winchester, I hope. Honey Badger does not give a fuck.
Enemy down.
I know your call sign's Montana, but we're going to call you Honey Badger from now on. Alright, so while we've got this guy mind-controlled, we are going to take advantage of the shield. I think it only lasts for 3 turns, but I don't know if we lose it if he dies.
I'm trusting you here.
We're going to move up and we're going to reload. Basically what we want to do now is we want to try to secure everything as quickly as we can. Man, you can fucking move, Clorf. Like, you really can. I'm gonna move you last because you have so much range. We're gonna move to here and reload.
Let's do this.
Is that a free reload? Did
Lock
you have
and
that?
loaded.
You did have that. Okay. All the way over to here. Namebreaker. Why don't you move up to the tree?
Location confirmed.
And while we've still got a few moves left, Mr. Shield Bearer. Actually, let's see. We need everybody within a certain radius of him, right? Come on, let me see. Let me see the radius of the energy shield. Just barely can't touch Ryan Hrothgar. That's acceptable. We gotta get Clorf up. Let's get Clorf up to here.
On it.
We'll pick up the goods next. Actually, we can pick up the goods with Montana this turn after we pop the shield. Alright. So, where are you, Mr. Elite Shield Bearer? Please do us a favor. Give us some of that sweet shield lovin'. Montana, why don't you pick up the goods?
Heading out.
Okay, 2 Illyrium cores. And the dead
Got some goods
sectoid.
here.
I am going to hold my peace for now. Caballero, why don't you move up to... that position.
Enseguida. Hold in position. They're trying
All right.
to flank us.
Mind control lost. Oh, he does get an ability. Oh, you missed it point blank. Well, I mean, he's probably gonna hit the shield. Alright. So you basically didn't do shit. You made Sam Winchester lose his shield. That wasn't very nice. Let's see. What I think we're gonna do here... Can you shred? Biggest booms, lightning reflexes, blast padding. Okay, you actually can't shred. So it doesn't matter when we fire with you. I think we're just gonna mess this guy up the old-fashioned way. 3 armor, 5 shielded, 1 damage.
Deflection!
But he is poisoned now. And his shield is down. That's a 69% chance to hit. I think I'd rather hold on to the bolt caster shot. I think we can improve those odds. I think we're gonna improve those odds. Mr. Montana.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Payback? Possibly. Caballero. If you would be so kind as to take the first crack. I do hear something moving around over there. And that's why we're relying on Sam Winchester. Yeah, you missed. 87. Take a seat. Now, do we all lose the shields because of that?
Dead in the water here!
We all lost the shields because of that. Okay. That's fine. That was half expected. I am going to move...
Good copy. Moving on target.
People into cover in relation to our flank.
Overwatch!
Because I think there's something in the fog over there.
Here I come! I'm on it!
I know it's just a pistol overwatch, but we'll take it.
What's over there?
What might be over there is death. There might be death over there. Yeah, I definitely hear mechanical movement. That's it. Pod number 3.
That is not good. I've got eyes on Advent troops.
Alright, so they don't get a turn on us this time, thankfully. Take that shot. That's not bad damage for a pistol. That's not bad damage for a bolt caster.
Watch the flag! Hit the armor!
Alright. 2 guys. Did we stun it? Is what I really want to know. We stunned it. We can try to take it over with impunity. Alright. Nishimura, why don't you reload?
Good to go.
You can pretty much kill that guy outright. Clorf, I want you to move slightly forward so that you might actually have, like, visual on your target.
What's over there?
Good job not pulling anything else. We're gonna attempt to haywire the heavy mech even though it's damaged.
Haywire.
Just because I want a pet mech in like 2 turns. And because if there's ever a time to try and do this, it's while the mech is stunned. Alright. Shutdown doesn't matter because it's already shut down. We have a mech. We have a mech at like a point in the game where we can actually use it. Excuse me. Pardon me for coughing all over the place. Yep, we have control of the mech. Give me back control of the game. There we go.
I've got access.
Alright. We have hacked the mech. And in doing so, we have pulled another pod. Okay. So we are up to 5 active enemies now. Let's see. 100% on him. He's what we have to worry about. Namebreaker, what is your domination chance? 80% chance to dominate the gatekeeper. Let's try it.
Will break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the giant ping pong ball of death is now ours. This guy flanked himself. I'd say that's pretty ill-advisable. Alright, you're an easy kill. Montana can't quite get to anything this turn. So you're gonna move up.
closing on target position now.
Which is unfortunate, because you have the most health. I'm gonna reload you.
Let's rock.
Orochi, you've got a 54% shot. Why don't you go for it? Well, you missed, but now he's standing out in the open.
Enemy is still up.
Alright. That's a 100% chance and it will kill. I wish I could just kill zone and then they'd all be fucked. Can I get anywhere that resembles a firing position? Not really. That's lame. Oh, we do have a shot on the flanked guy. Okay. Please, Fortu, take shot on flanked guy and kill him so that I can get 2 kills this round instead of 1. Well done, Mr. Castillo, even though he dodged it.
Solo lo mejor.
Alright. Mr. Hrothgar, go for the sure thing. Elite Trooper, not on my watch. Down goes Fraser.
You want some more?
Death from above. We're gonna take a pistol overwatch. That's right, I forgot about Death from above. I could have chained that. We're still hacked. Are we live again? This guy is gonna try to take a shot. And you missed.
Me están disparando.
Okay. Orochi is probably reloading. Do I have turns on my aliens yet? Yes, I do. Alright. Heavy Mech looks like he's still kind of screwed up. Yeah, he's still disoriented. He can move, but he can't do much else. Let's start moving you into the fight, Heavy Mech. In a position that would be very bad for you. Or you'll just teleport. That works. Gatekeeper. I can open the shell to get access to the other abilities. Gateway is Psionic Rift. Consume. Do I have enemies in the area that I can raise? I think I do. We're gonna try to do that. Caballero's only got a 22% chance to hit that guy. Orochi needs a reload. Chlorf. Chlorf can flank him. This could be risky.
Alright, I'll go.
And it was surprisingly not risky. Chlorf, you have a 95% chance to kill your target. Why don't you do so? Well done. And now, I'm very happy. You want to know why I'm very happy?
Confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure.
Aww.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
I didn't get to use my thing. Oh, what a buzzkill. I was totally expecting more enemies on the map, and I was gonna, like, use the raise dead thing to raise a bunch of advent. Oh well. Alright, everybody, back on the bus, and, Trey, leave the giant ping pong ball behind. Preferably crash it into the mech. That's the trouble with doing, the intro difficulty and learning the game, is that, now that I know the game, shit dies too fast. He says, tempting fate to fuck up his day. Don't worry, if there is a Season 2 of XCOM 2, we are going to be on a much higher difficulty and probably running mods. So, that will mean that we will actually be able to strategically use shit like that, because we will probably have a lot more enemies on the board. At least that's what I hope. We'll see. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we're going to take a long time flying back. I wonder if we, like, strapped the Gatekeeper to the bottom of the Sky Ranger, and, like, it's just floating around down there. Maybe we're flying it back. I don't know. I'm just killing time until I see the press any key to continue button.
I told the troops to expect the best, and that's what you've shown them, Commander. Well done.
I do what I can. Ever vigilant, you've already got that. Why are you giving me that again? You're not a concealing type person. We're giving you run and gun. And, dude, Clorf, get a hold of your scarf, bro. Codex Brain, Sectoid Corpse. We actually did not get the corpses of the things we had mind controlled. Alright. So, we've got a couple of things percolating, the most important of which is the Avatar autopsy in the Shadow Chamber. Alright. We get Avenger power to investigate a clinic. I am going to go for the radio relay.
For Sector 6, Eastern Europe.
Because, you know, we might as well expand our influence across the globe while we are waiting to take down Advent's grand designs. Psionic training has been completed. Mystic Cheapo Razorback Mabasso now has Soul Steel. Continue your training. Fortress, Fuse, or Stasis. I am going to go with Fortress. Let's make you tougher. TS Moth, sorry we had to kick you out of that tank. You're in the other tank. Don't you know you're in the second tank, TS? You must remain there until you learn. Experimental ammo. Hey, we got our dragon rounds back. And I believe we are now working on something else, right? Psionic training complete. TS Moth is now a mystic. And he gets insanity. Let's continue your training. Schism. Guaranteed damage and applies rupture. Oh, you damn right. But no, TS is still in the back tank. For a minute there, I thought TS was going to get the front tank, but nope, no such luck. You're in the back tank, TS. That's where we keep the Necronauts.
We're reading you.
All right, Viglio Confido. We now have +5 to Avenger power. And I don't think we really need more power, because we don't really, I didn't mean to leave the Geoscape, but since I'm out. 47 out of 60, we're almost completely full up. I'm probably going to build a laboratory because there's a room available to build a laboratory, and I have 407 supplies, and I'm, like, running out of shit to do. Just like, because we owe a laboratory at this point. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's left click. I am gonna go make contact with New India. What's under the table? Black market pays 50% more supplies for items. Yeah, I'm gonna make contact with New India. And then that's going to give us the Arctic and this last facility. Alright. 30 intel.
Setting course for
Piece of
Sector
cake.
5, India.
We are going to India. We will set up a tech support program.
Attempting
For the
to
resistance.
establish local...
It won't be easy, but I think it's the only option we have at this point.
Agreed. We must inform the commander immediately.
Go right ahead.
Commander, Central, the Shadow Chamber has completed its analysis of the Avatar's DNA. It has identified the genetic sequence necessary to travel through the Psionic Gate.
Perfect. But
can finally shut this Avatar project down for good.
However, the gate requires more than a mere transmission of genetic data.
The sequence has to be part of a live subject. The key only works in lockstep with the signal.
We don't have time to find another one of those things, let alone capture it.
No. That part we can handle. We make our own.
You're serious?
Quite. Though the specimen before us is damaged beyond repair, it has provided us with its complete genetic blueprint. We already possess an unaltered avatar template from the Forge facility. That, combined with the genetic material we recovered at the Black Site, should allow us to replicate the procedure here.
So, what's the catch?
Yes, that. Without an elder consciousness driving it, the new avatar would remain as lifeless as the one before us. While I can develop its body, I cannot create the mind to drive it.
But I can. In a way. By manipulating the new avatar via the psionic network.
You want to operate one of these things? By remote control?
Not exactly. And definitely not me.
Interfacing directly with their network would cause severe, if not fatal, trauma to an unprepared central nervous system. As it stands, we only know of one individual who has survived that kind of ordeal.
What? Why are you all looking at me like that?
The stasis suit.
Created the perfect interface to the network, one tailored to your specific biology, Commander. Of any human candidate, you are the most likely to survive the connection.
Most likely is not good enough, Doctor.
It is the only answer I can give you, and our only option to traverse the alien portal.
We need to come up with a game plan before we charge through the enemy's front door, which will give you some time to think about this, Commander.
Why is it gotta be me? Last time I was able to pick a
Being
soldier.
is something else entirely. Something beyond anything we have ever seen. And yet somehow, our troops once again prevailed.
Oh, man. Tygan, what is it with you and rooting around in my brain meat? Well, listen up, humanity. I may not be the hero you deserve, but I'm the hero you need. And I'm gonna put a stop to this shit. Right as soon as I, update my will and make sure that my life insurance is in order and designate next of kin and... God damn it. Okay. Well... I guess I'm gonna remote control an avatar. Unless they're gonna turn me into the avatar. I think the plan is they're gonna manipulate my brain and put the implant back in and then have me remote control an avatar. So I'm going to have an avatar of my own consciousness on the battlefield with my soldiers.
Commander?
Okay. Well, here. Why don't you decrypt this data pad as punishment for saying you're going to root around in my brain meats? This one will give us the
I'd
most
assume
intel.
you make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Okay. Well, let's figure out our current objective.
Priority message for the commander coming through on a secure channel, sir.
On screen.
Sir, it's coming from the Advent Network Tower.
You heard me. He's taking a big risk contacting us like this.
Hello, Commander. You and your crew are to be commended. Your efforts in rebuilding the Resistance network and uncovering the truth about the Avatar project have been admirable. I only wish I had better news to report.
When does he ever?
Advent is not taking the death of an elder lightly, and in turn have greatly accelerated the final stages of their Avatar project. A plan is now in place for the rapid processing of all non-essential human life to begin immediately. Very soon, Advent's speaker will announce a breakthrough in gene therapy, a final treatment for the human condition. Billions will flock to gene therapy clinics across the globe. They will never return. I have managed to secure tactical data and access codes to the Advent Network Tower. The speaker's address will be broadcast live to a global audience via this facility. The whole of Advent's network will be listening. It is this hubris that we must use against them. The information I am sending you should allow Dr. Tigan and Chief Engineer Shen to take control of the transmission and disrupt their entire network from within. Though my hope is that this disruption will confuse the enemy's forces long enough to allow your final assault a chance of success, I ask one more thing of you. Take what you have learned. Let the world know what is happening here. Wake them up. Broadcast the truth before there is no one left to listen. It seems we are both out of time. Farewell, Commander.
Wow.
New objective added.
You motherfuckers killed Mr. Baldy? Oh, it's fucking personal now. All right. We are gonna bring down Advent's network. That is gonna be our next operation.
Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
Damn right. All right. Troops, I want to meet you at 0800 hours. Or whatever sounds appropriate. 0800 hours will be tomorrow. 1500 hours, we convene. I want tactical data loaded. I want munitions locked and ready. We're fucking going for it. We're bringing this tower down. We're bringing it down now. We're doing this one for the speaker. Or not the speaker. The spokesman. The councilman. Mr. Baldy. We're gonna avenge him. We're gonna avenge the shit out of him. That's right. And I'm glad to find out that he's not actually an alien. Because I had a feeling that he was gonna actually end up being an alien. I'm just kidding. I never doubted you for a second, Mr. Baldy. Alright. So if you like this episode, please hit that like button. If you are not subscribed to Mark Zero Gaming, please do consider subscribing. Only good things happen when you subscribe to the channel. I would like to volunteer any new subscriptions to the channel in memory of the nameless councilman, Mr. Baldy. We haven't done a eulogy in a while. Let's do this. Councilman, through your direction, through your aid and your efforts, you kept XCOM working in the shadows against the oppressive alien force. You've been with us since the beginning, and even when the council folded around you, you valiantly continued on, making sure that we had one advantage, one step ahead from the inside of Advent. This last piece of intelligence will be carried out to the fullest. Our soldiers will go forth with fury in their hearts and sharpness in their eyes. We will avenge you and all of the humans of Earth who have fallen to the Avatar Project. And in doing so, we will prevent countless more from falling to the same fate. That's it for this operation. We will see you on the next operation. Figlio Confido. Remain vigilant.